Joseph was in prison for over 14 years, languishing there. In fact, 2 years before the time that God allocated, he built a connection with the butler that interpreted his dream. And he told him, when you go back, please talk to the king about me. The guy went and forgot. If your time has not come, they won't remember you. That's why connection in the flesh is useless if the Holy Ghost is not involved. There are many people who compromise to build carnal relationships. There are many people who do terrible things. At the end of the day, they are deceived, they are forgotten, and they are neglected because they don't respect the protocol in the spirit. I've dealt with many youth. There are many sisters who sleep with lecturers in the university to pass. Destiny is not just about passing exams. It's good to read and pass exams, but man, when you go into the street, you will need favor. You will need wisdom. You will need divine timing. All of that, a lecturer can't give it. So it's a waste to give up yourself in order to get a score. Study hard. Any score you get, receive it with integrity and go away. Your life is bigger than paper. Psalm 105 verse 17, he sent a man before them. Even Joseph, the Bible said he was sent. What a way to send a man. He was in the pit. He was a houseboy. He was accused. He was put in prison. Is that how God sends men? Yes. What you call a life of pain and sorrow was a divine errand. But the guy knew. He knew that although things are not working now, but all things will eventually work for my good. For all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. And so while he was in prison, he was waiting for his time. So when Potiphar's wife came, sleep with me, he said, no. Although my destiny is not to be a houseboy, it looks as if God has forgotten me, but I will not do this evil. A time is coming when my status will change. If I compromise now, I have betrayed my destiny. So it was because of that time that he endured. Did you not read about Jesus? The Bible said for the joy that was set before him, he endured the pain. People who don't know how spiritual things are administered, they are the ones who compromise. I will not sleep with you. If he did, he would have become the head of houseboys and he would have been there for a lifetime. A prime minister would have been the head of houseboys. But he refused, and the Bible said, Psalm 105 verse 18, until the time that his word came. He said the word of the Lord tried him. The king sent for to lose him. Even the ruler of the people, he made him lord of his house and ruler of his substance, to bind his princes at his pleasure and to teach his senators wisdom. Imagine, Potiphar was not even a senator. The guy was going to a level in life where senators will become his students and disciples. What if he compromised? He knew that there was a time. He knew that there was a season where everything that pertained to his deliverance will happen. Hear me, women of God. It doesn't matter if you are in a pit. It doesn't matter if you are frustrated. Keep your ground. Your time is in the spirit. When that moment comes, the Bible said he lifted up the beggar from the dunghill, and he causes him to stand among princes that they may inherit throne. You will not end where you are. You are on a journey. Wait for your time. Your enemies may laugh at you. They may taunt you. They may make mockery of you. I thought you said you are beautiful. How come you don't have a child? Wait, your womb is being prepared. Think about Elizabeth. She was not giving birth until she was old. But that womb needed to be incubated with prayer, because the one that was coming was a voice crying in the wilderness. It's not every womb that can carry that child. So it's not about the number of children. It's about the weight of destiny that they carried. And when the guy showed up, they said, who are you? He said, I'm the voice of the one crying in the wilderness. Prepare a way for the Lord. He took an intercessor to raise that child. So it was not marital delay. It was not delay in giving birth. It was incubation process for a prophet. A prophet that could bring forth the Messiah. Do you know the testimony of Jesus concerning John? He said, of all men that lived, he said there was none greater than John. That was the child Elizabeth carried. What if she didn't wait for her time? There is nothing you are going through that you cannot be delivered from. But it takes a timing. There is a time allocation in the spirit. And I don't know about you, but me, I will wait for my time. I'm not looking for anybody outside God to help me. I'm not looking for any mechanical means to go ahead. The race is not to the swift, neither is the battle to the strong. It's of the Lord that showeth mercy. I'm not moved by what men say. When I look to the east, I know that my Redeemer liveth. It may not appear as if it is working, but I know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them that are called according to his purpose. Don't bother about those mocking you. That That's not where your destiny is going to. Did you read about Hannah? The Bible said Peninnah made a mess of her. Every time they went to Shiloh, Shiloh was supposed to be the high place of worship, but it was in the place of worship that she was mocked, so that she couldn't access her God. But a day came, she realized that this thing is a distraction, and she went before God. She left every distraction aside, and she was laboring in prayer, and God remembered Hannah. God remembered Hannah. When your time comes, God will remember you. I prophesy over someone, this is your season of remembrance.